Welcome to Creative Tian channel. Today's project is an infinity scarf. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but it looks pretty elegant and feminine. So it's a nice scarf for springtime or the little girl at heart. And I'm combining several techniques. The basic technique is similar to the headband from the previous video. I will link in the description box below. Because this is an infinity scarf, we can apply the same concept of the twisted headband and make it a twisted infinity scarf. You probably see a lot of pattern about twisted headband or some type of headband or ear warmer. And if you make it into a bigger scale, it can be a nice infinity scarf. So that's what we try to do today. And it's basically a long rectangle. And after we twist it and sew it up, it will become a twisted infinity scarf. And for the main part, I'm going to use plain stockinette stitch knitting. And for the edging, I use shell stitch crochet. And then we'll connect both ends to make it into a twisted infinity scarf. For the center part, you can hand knit or you can crochet it. Any stitch will be fine. It's just a very long rectangle piece. And for infinity scarf, it's usually around 50 inches to 60 inches long and about 8 or 9 inches wide, depends on your own preference. And since I'm just going to have plain stockinette knitting in the center, I'm going to do it on my LK 150 knitting machine. And you can certainly hand knit, or if you want to do crochet, you can crochet the long piece in any stitches. Single crochet, double crochet, or any stitches you like. For the yarn, I use 2 balls of worsted weight yarn. Each one is 100 grams, so you will need about 200 grams of the worsted weight yarn. For my machine knitted scarf, I set up 40 stitches, just basic cast on. I use E-rub, but you can use any type of cast on. And for the carriage tension, I have it set to 7, and also number 7 for the mast tension. And it's a little bit tight on the LK 150 because this is a mid-gauge machine. You might want to go up a little bit higher, maybe number 8 or number 9 for the carriage tension. For the length of the scarf, I need 270 rows. And of course, you have to adjust it based on your preference. And I like it to be a little bit shorter and tighter, so it's warmer. And because I'm making this for my daughter, so I don't need a very long scarf. After you knit the length you like, you can just bind off in any method you like and take it off the machine. Now we have a very long rectangle. We will start doing the crochet edge. And I already did one side, crochet shell edge. You can see here. And I'm going to show you on the other side. And we only need to do the top and bottom because we are going to connect the 2 ends and make it into a twisted knot, just like the twisted headband. My measurement from here to here is about 23 inches. So when you open it up, it's like a 46 inches. And I actually like it a little bit tighter, so it's warmer for the winter. I'm using the 4mm crochet hook for my worsted weight yarn. And I'm starting from the corner, attach the new yarn, and just place the yarn on the hook. And we start the first stitch. There are many ways to do the short stitch edging. I'm just going to show my way. I will need the first stitch to secure the yarn, and then we can start crocheting the short stitch. My version is very simple. We can look at the chain stitch on the top, and we'll skip the first chain And we will do 3 of the double crochet. And this should be the US turn, the double crochet. You make a loop, you skip the first chain, go to the second one. I go to under both legs of the chain, but you can also just pick one leg of the chain. And now we have 3 loops. We'll do the first 2 and then the second 2. That's a US double crochet, and we do it 3 times. Go to the same stitch, one more, and now we just have to finish up this shell, and we skip one of the chain stitch and go to the next one. If your knitting rows are pretty tight, you can also skip 2 of them. But I try to keep it simple here. Skip the first chain and make the slip stitch on this one. So you just pull through. That's one slip stitch. And I like to do one more slip stitch at the beginning of the next round. So next chain stitch, I like to slip it. So that's the lowest point of the shell stitch. And we just continue. We skip one stitch and go to the next chain under that. Do a double crochet. 2 more. And we can skip the next chain and do 2 of the slip stitch. The next one. And you can see we create some shell stitch edges. It's actually easier to look at the bars below the chain stitch if you open up a little bit. We skip the first bar, go to the second bar, and knit 3 stitches, double crochet, and then we skip the next empty space between the bar and then go to the next one, and we do the slip stitch. And we go to the next one. See the bar here? And then we continue. Now we finish all the edges. We are going to connect these 2 end pieces together. And the same as the twisted headband, we can fold it in half. And we can have the wrong side facing out, like that. And then turn one of them. We'll pick up the 2 ends and we can interlock them together. So the 2 C's are interlocking, and we'll just sew a line on top to close it. Keep it close to the edge. I have enough yarn end here. I will just use this one and then sew up this part. So we just have to go through all 4 layers so it's secure. After sewing up, the only thing left is to open up, turn it inside out, and you will start to see the twisted knot here. Now that's the twisted infinity scarf. It looks like a headband, just a bigger size, and it has a crocheted scallop, the shell stitch edge to give it a little bit detail. And I just think it's an interesting idea to use the twisted headband and become the infinity scarf. And here is the headband we made last time, just to see the different scale. And if we make this bigger, it will be an infinity scarf too. I hope you like this project. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.